So after production delays and supply shortages, I finally have my hands on a pair of Apple's AirPods. But are they worth it? I'll try to answer that. Let's find out. So I'm not able to speak for availability worldwide, but last week I was able to just walk into an Apple store, ask for them, and they had them in the back. I paid the hefty $220 Canadian price tag for them. Apple is no stranger to overpricing things, but man, this one really hurts paying over $220 for a device that's this tiny. It seems so insignificant, especially considering how few advantages the AirPods have over, the $30 EarPods or any other pair of headphones out there. But here's the thing, it's not just Apple who's charging this crazy price for true wireless earbuds. Yes, I know alternatives exist like the Jaybirds that have, they're wireless, but they have a wire in between the two individual earbuds. But I don't really consider those things to be in the same category as the AirPods, because using these is really a different experience altogether. Hell, if you really need wireless on a budget, you can go find wireless headphones, earbuds on Amazon for like $30. But all the true wireless competitors I've seen to Apple's EarPods so far are either not out yet, or they're more expensive. This includes offerings from Earin, Samsung, Motorola, Onkyo, and all of those models actually offer less battery life for more price. And speaking of battery life, I think Apple really managed to nail this one. Each EarPod has a 5-hour battery in it individually, in just the EarPods, so that's pretty good. So if you're not clear on how the battery system actually works yet, there are 3 individual batteries I'm holding here. There's 2 in each headphone, and there's 1 in the case itself. The case tops up the EarPods as soon as you pop them in there. And in just 15 minutes, the case can charge the EarPods from 0 to 3 hours of battery. Impressive. So even though 5 hours doesn't sound like a lot at first, unless you're wearing them for more than 5 hours consecutively, it's not going to be an issue. You're going to store them in this case anyway, and they will constantly be topped up throughout the day. In casual use, I'd imagine you only having to charge this thing like once a week maybe. Charges via a lightning connector on the bottom, by the way. You really should have the case with you at all times anyway, because if you're just carrying these little things around all the time, you are definitely going to lose them. So for me, they go right back in there. Oh, well, it's the wrong way. There we go. Right back in there. Apple's also nice enough to include a lightning cable in the box. Pairing them with an iOS device is fantastic. You just pop the case open while you're holding them in close proximity to your phone, and a little menu comes up with a pair button on it. And after they're paired, if you do the same thing, that menu tells you the battery life of the case and the EarPods, or AirPods. I keep wanting to say EarPods. Just the case itself doesn't have a wireless transmitter, so if you want to check the battery life of the actual case, you will have to have one of the AirPods in the case. But if you're just wearing the headphones, you can check the battery life of the AirPods themselves in Notification Center. When paired to my 6S Plus, the connection is unreal. I was able to have my phone in a basement and go 2 floors up, and the connection is rock solid. No audio glitches at all. It's really impressive. When I paired them with my PC though, which by the way uses the same Broadcom Wi-Fi/Bluetooth chip that comes in iMacs, the connection quality was not so good. Once I got more than like 15 feet away, the audio would just drop out completely. Even when I was sitting right beside the computer, there were still some noticeable audio glitches. So I would benefit of the doubt. It's probably something to do with my my PC, but I don't know. That's interesting for sure. So the fit and the sound quality of these things is pretty much exactly what you would expect if you have used the Apple AirPods before that come with the phones. I know EarPods are pretty hit or miss with the fit in people's ears. They definitely fit some people better than others. They have always fit me pretty well. I can't really complain. I actually prefer them. I find them more comfortable than the in-ear ones that create a seal in your ear canal. I just find that, I don't know, I don't like the feeling of that. Even though ones that make the seal definitely do sound better than EarPods or AirPods. But anyway, these fit my ears just as well. I can't really picture them falling out very easily. You could forget about them, since they're so lightweight, you could totally forget you're wearing them, and then maybe, do one of these and knock it out. But, yeah, other than that, they tend to stay in really, really well. In terms of sound quality, they're a very slight quality improvement over the EarPods. Definitely nothing to write home about. Definitely not audiophile quality. Another cool little feature, they actually have proximity sensors and accelerometers in them to tell when they have been taken out of your ear. So if you take just one out, it pauses, put it back in, the music plays. Take them both out, the music stops. Really cool. And if you have just one in and you play music, it will actually mix down the stereo sound into mono, so you're not going to miss anything from the other earphone. Thought that was pretty neat. If you put them both back in, if you're like listening to music in mono in one, it'll automatically switch over too, which is some nice attention to detail. Come to think of it, this is probably the most Apple-y device, Apple-iest thing Apple has done in a very long time. Just so simplistic, and as long as you're within Apple's ecosystem, it really does just work. So are they worth it? Well, if you really need wireless headphones for some reason and you would really rather not have the wire, and especially if you're already invested in Apple's ecosystem, then I would definitely recommend them, considering these are the cheapest true wireless option on the market that does have that charging case functionality, and I think that's what really makes this product practical. But if you just want the whole wireless thing, then, you know, maybe try out a pair of the $30 ones on Amazon, and maybe they'll do it for you. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this episode of Is It Worth It? Be sure to subscribe for more. See you next time.